Everybody has a hobby. Everybody has some sort of thing they dedicate their time and energy to do, whether it be watching football, making chips out of paper, going fishing. My hobby is quite different from other people's. My hobby is making costumes. My name is Anthony Bionis, and I'm a cosplayer. I've been making costumes for a while. Majority of my costumes have been inspired by video games or anime, and I make these costumes mostly every other few months for conventions I go to. So when I thought about this project, I want to try something a bit different. I want to try something a bit more difficult, and it came to which character is pretty interesting right now, and which character do I want to, look pretty badass in. And it came to the conclusion of Mortal Kombat X character Scorpion.
Scorpion wins. Fatality.
But the other thing I wanted to do was showcase and kind of document my process of how to make a costume. And there's various ways people do it, and they have their own methods. But I want to kind of showcase my own method in terms of how I make my costumes. And I'm going to record from day one to the last week or the last several days before it gets done. The goal is making this costume, having everything recorded before Fanime.
Talking about him,
now becomes a question of, will I finish it? Time will only tell. Yeah, this is the beginning. This is the start of it. And as the game is, and as corny as this may sound, let the games begin. Let me bring you into the mindset of a cosplayer making a costume of a character. There are several factors that can come into play when making a costume. One, how much money is it going to cost whoever's making it? In this case, me. How much is it going to cost me to make Scorpion? The materials are required, what the materials I'm going to go look for and get, either buy it physically like at your wear and fabric store, or buy it online where it's only available. Which leads into the other thing is, for each costume, for each character, I can tell you this as a cosplayer myself, that we always want to get it as accurate as you possibly can with the character that we're making. And that means tons and tons of reference photos of every possible angle that we can find. And from there, we obviously make it from scratch, or we go to a thrift store and buy something similar to it, or even online, and we just kind of work with what we got. So I'm going to show you guys around the house in terms of like where exactly I'm going to be working my costume. Specifically, my bed probably going to be where I'm going to be working on the most, and then let me show you the other places. So place number 2 is going to be in my garage, or in the garage, and I'm going to be working specifically on the sewing machine, but this is kind of my main hub area when it comes to working on costumes. most of my stuff that I worked prior is up on the wall, like up there, or above here even. Some props I made prior. But specifically, I've been working on it here. As you can see, I've already been working on this station already. You can already see the little thread. But yeah, this is gonna be my second spot too. If anything, when you see my stuff or anything I'm working on, you should see a lot of me back here. And then the third spot that I'm mostly working on, and this is the other area of the house. Majority just kind of where I go to spray paint a lot of stuff, or if I need to spray paint like blue to hold overnight, and usually it works that way pretty well. So let me show you. And put this on.
It's getting warm.
Okay. So in that corner is gonna be where I'm gonna mostly spend my time spray painting the majority of my stuff. Yeah, like I said, again, there'll be a few times where I would use like the table or the tree to say like if I need to dry something out, or if I'm gluing something to keep its shape. I tend to find it better to have it out here, because otherwise I might suffocate from the fumes inside my house or inside my room. Specifically, those are the main three places in and around my house I'm working on. I might bring it out like in the living room in case, you know, I need some air, because my room just get pretty hot at times. But yeah, that's kind of a little tour of what my workstations are going to be. So to start things off on making the costume, the first thing I want to do is make a pattern for the gi. And I'm going to initially start with just using my t-shirts and pants to kind of get an idea of my size, waist, and length of the material to cut out.
Round 2.
Okay, so what was I gonna say? The early beginnings of, oh yeah, I forgot. Here we go. So the thing about this is the very early parts of the costume. But here's the thing. In my opinion, it's not a cosplay or costume until you get hurt. I have gotten hurt multiple times on working on many costumes. I put a needle in my finger once. It was a short needle. I was trying to pin it, the material, and not this costume, but another costume. I was fine afterwards, but it hurt like hell. So at some point during this entire process, I'll probably get hurt eventually. I'm not sure where exactly that will be, but when it happens, I'll show you guys. It's not something to be proud of, but it's just something that happens. So it's kind of how it goes. Anyways, back to work. So as you can see, it's only been the weekend. It's only been 2 days, and I've already gotten the basic kind of gi layout. Step back a bit. So yeah, so far, like, it's looking pretty good. Oh, hang on, I gotta do this. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. And so far, like, the way it's kind of turning out so far, I got the basics kind of done. There's still a lot left to be taken care of, but you know, I still got the shoulders to work on. I still got, you know, everything else, obviously. But it's getting there. So yeah, just kind of a little sneak peek what I got so far. It's only been 2 days, which was great. It was actually pretty good timing. Meant to go down a bit more, but anyways, yeah. So yeah, it's only been it's like 0.5 weeks and I'm ready this far, which is great. It's a great start. So yeah, the only thing I have to say is
Get over! Fight!
for this costume, I'm gonna seek help from a friend of mine to help me make a few items for the costume to really bring out the character. One of which is he's making the muscle suit for me, specifically just the arms and a bit of the chest. Nothing too complicated since what we're going for is kind of faking muscles, but not going the full Monty since only the arms and a bit of the chest are going to be exposed in the costume.
So you gotta know, certain adhesives will do certain things to other materials.
Because I got one side
Like,
wet, I'm just placing it on the
I
bodysuit.
tested. See, I got this. This is the foam I was
where to
talking
put
to you about
glue
earlier.
for the other side.
So this is the latex on top of the foam. Just put a little bit on there.
Okay.
It feels like skin, right? If I put in a little bit more, it would feel like skin.
Yeah.
And then this is the side where I basically just put the adhesive, which is this. That's why we're using extra strength. The deal is with the glue is that it kind of eats at the foam a little bit. There are certain chemicals that will eat away at certain things.
That makes sense.
I'm having to put the glue on and then wait for it to get
And see what he
tacked.
did right there? He
so
just glued it on.
That means I'm gluing them down, I'm waiting, and I'm gluing multiple pieces at a time so they get tacky at different times. This guy, ready to go.
You see, he basically put the glue on top of the fabric. And you have to wait sometimes because, like, the adhesive needs to dry first. Like, this stuff right here needs to dry first and it needs to be tacky, and then it'll bond to itself, like, really strong. It's the strongest glue they have at Home Depot.
Huh, okay.
And it's only like $4.
My next step
Wow.
is to two.
So, see, he got the bodysuit, and then he put the
This is a
muscles
great
on top of
understructure
it.
layer,
Now, it
but
doesn't
it's
need to
really
be
hard
super
make good
fancy,
skin
because it'll
on
get the
top
point
of this.
across. He's already got
So
the
I'm gonna
reference,
use a
so he's
real
already
thin
good.
foam to make a
And
skin.
then he basically put it on top of it, and bam, the thing we
This
just got today.
It's 1/8 thick upholstery foam that I get from
Look at,
Oh wow, I see it now.
look at that.
Wow,
That's crazy.
that's good. That's really good.
We will use this power to, I don't know, make good costumes or something.
Exactly. I can look as hot as hell, and then take it off and surprise everybody.
Oh, like, I'm a fat piece of shit. I'm sorry.
I was like, oh, I'm straight.
You like see you. There's a hot girl, and she's like, oh my god, you're so hot and fit. You'll be like, yeah, I know.
It's like I work out every day.
Yeah,
I bench 300.
She's like, oh my god, do you want to hang out sometime? I'll be in the background just laughing like. That's a Dexter's Lab moment right there.
After we got a good idea of what we plan to do, we quickly head to Joanne's to pick up the materials to work on the muscle suits.
This might be what we're looking for. Is another clear one? Yeah. We're gonna use these to wrap around you, so that when we start making the body cast of your torso and arms, when I start cutting it, it won't like cut into your skin, because cutting cosplays and making stuff like this can be really dangerous.
Agreed.
I got a rather gnarly cut one time here.
See? I told you. We get hurt making cosplays.
And it cut right through my skin. It was some very expensive scissors, it didn't even bleed for the first 5 seconds. So when it started bleeding, like there was blood all over the place, and I had to get bandages, creams, and a whole bunch of other stuff to stop the bleeding. Didn't even hurt either. It just started bleeding, and there was just blood everywhere. Spray can, gravity feed gun, air compressor, nozzle cleaner, rare metals, $250. All this fluff and stuff for making the duct tape dummy, $75. The notion that your costume is gonna be bomb as fuck, priceless.
Exactly.
Where's my car?
After we got what we need, we head back to Solomon's place to work on the costume and muscle suit. From there, we continue to make progress with the costume as well as getting ready for Fanime.
Fight!
Alright, it's week 6, the week before Fanime. I've gotten some progress done so far. It's been good. I'm feeling a lot better now than I was prior. I had to get a new sewing machine, and I had to fix a few things with that sewing machine, and then now it works. But yeah, generally the costume is almost done. It's the one part I'm kind of hung up on is the muscle suit my friend's working on. I really need to get with him in terms of like if it's done or not, or at least the size, so I can know how I can warp it to my body when I put it on. But for now, right now, for this week, I'm trying to get the belts done. And then once that's done, then it's on to the mask and the harpoon, or the thing he has to throw. The get over here thing. So that's my next step. Luckily, my parents will be out of town for the next couple of days, which means I can't go to school next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, which gives me more time. So it gives me about 5 days straight of just nothing but working on this costume and other school things related to that as well. But yeah, it's getting really close. I think I can pull it off. It might be one of those cases where I might have to do an all-nighter on the day before, or might even have to skip on day 0, Thursday, to work on this costume. So, yeah, I pretty much was about it, so I gotta get back to working. As time runs out fairly quickly within the course of this entire process, the pressure starts to build up more and more each day that I'm working on the costume. Eventually to the point where I almost exploded over to a boiling point of just forgetting to finish what I have now and then just kind of wear what I have. Fuck this shit. Wow, it broke even without it being threaded. I'm glad I didn't waste my time with that. And you know, fuck, man. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. It keeps breaking. It every time. I've been doing this for the past 10-15 minutes and it's been doing that shit. Fuck. This happens all and on. I don't know. It was working, fine, but
Round 2.
Alright, so right now in the process of the costume, I'm starting to spray paint some of the materials, some of the things like the mask, the harpoon or the spear thing, and his circle thing that he's doing. Now again, as I said prior, in this entire process, I'm trying something new. I'm using Warbler, a different type of material that is used for many people who are using for armor cosplays, or for something that makes it look metallic or whatnot. So I'm trying something new. I got this material. I'm gonna try on my costume and see how it goes. But right now I'm in that process right now, and I'm still working on the costume, and I'm still on track to finishing up by Thursday, the day of and day before Fanime hits. So yeah, pretty much that's about it. It's 3 a.m. on a Tuesday/Wednesday morning. I have been working on this costume for a while, and it's really close to finishing. I am still working on the Warbler, on the mask. I'm trying to get it has to be done by today and spray painted. And I still get to make the spear, as well as make a few things on the costume itself. But I'm really close. But I have to bust some ass today to really get it done. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. I got hope that I get everything done by today, and if I don't, that's gonna be a bad thing. But I like to get everything done by today. So, wish me luck, guys.
Fight!
It's the day of Fanime, and I'm just putting on the finishing touches to my costume, as well as gathering all the materials and luggage I need to get for the weekend to not only wear this costume, but also have fun at the same time.
Round 2.
before I head out to Fanime, I had to stop by Solomon's place one last time to make sure what the progress was in the muscle suit. And to my surprise, it came out very well. I was really excited, and I was just astounded by the amount of work that he put into it. Nice. Muscles came out pretty well, man.
Really?
The arms look pretty good.
I mean, yeah, from a distance, they actually look pretty good if you manage to like keep them on.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so it took me at least 5 days, including coming home and only having a couple hours to work on it, to really do it. But the texture looks really like muscly. Like,
Yeah.
it looks like gross skin.
It's like, it kind of reminds me of like old man skin. Old man like ripped skin.
Yeah, it's like a ripped old man. Oh wow, this is my first try doing this, so this is actually pretty gnarly. I'm surprised it came out this good.
Maybe that easel could fall. That leg. There you go.
Yeah, this is probably the best work. If I had submitted this for my final, I probably would have gotten an A. Too bad I made it for my friend Anthony.
Yeah. After picking up the muscle suit from Solomon, me and Solomon made our way to San Jose to finally go to Fanime. After all this work and time and effort, I'm picking up the suit costume as well as Steven. Maybe. As soon as I get to the hotel room, I have my friends help me out, put on the outfit. After so long, after a full month of working on this costume non-stop, I'm finally able to put it on and share it around Fanime and hopefully get the attention I deserve, but having the satisfying feeling of completing a costume and wearing it.
Fight! Round 2.
Glasses. Hang on. Finally, the day has come. Not only to debut my costume that I've worked so hard for the past month, but to transform myself from Anthony Vianis to Scorpion.
Finally making out. I'm finally going out to the world of anime, and as far as what's going to happen, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will either say awesome or like something else. I don't know. We'll see. All right.
Alright guys, oh shit. Oh, that's not so great. It just... Okay. Console malfunction just happened. Anyways, yeah, this costume is very hot, but, yeah, it's really cool, really fun. So yeah, I'm getting used to it. The heat's not too bad, but I'm getting used to it. So yeah. At the end of the day, before I went back to my hotel room to take off everything that I put on because it was really hot, I found my arch nemesis, Sub-Zero, who happened to cross paths with me, and we decided to fight to the death, or in this case, just take pictures with one another. Alright guys, it's last day of Fanime. Saw a few pictures, saw little clips and videos of me in the outfit, and saw me prior to putting it on, and the struggle that I had to go through with it. Well, the good news is that it worked. The concert was good, but there are some obvious flaws that happened. I did not anticipate how big the muscle suit was going to be compared to my body when wearing the costume. And I knew it was going to be hot, but I didn't think it was going to be ridiculously hot. I got used to it for a while, but it was something I was still able to garner. Taking it off was another story. It was, let me show you this right here. Oh man. So, as you can see, this is the muscle suit that my friend made me, and for the most part, it worked for the most part. It started to come apart, like you can see right there. The arm just stretching out. Even here as well. So there's definitely some repairs that needs to be done. Also with the gauntlets, like it got, I guess since I was sweating inside a lot, apparently I guess that soaked up the moisture and it just made the things came off easily. But it was a good experiment. So I think that there's definitely some flaws I need to fix. Maybe I should not go for muscle suit, just go with my regular self and see how that works. May not be as accurate as Scorpion as it was, but kind of, yeah, it was a good first attempt. So yeah, I mean, this is the end of my journey. I mean, it's costume. I'll probably go back and fix it if I want to wear it another time. Yeah, it was fun. I had a blast, and hope to do it again next year, which is probably going to happen anyways, but yeah.
Cassie wins. Fatality.